You're such an asshole.
Keep on banging out the work and contributing to GDP at assholeconsulting.com. Here, and I like to keep my name private, so I'll just refer to myself as Bob. I'm a 23-year-old mixed male, both successful from mixed parents, obviously. Both successful in the field of work, value hard work, traditional family, and both are very right-wing. I've run into a problem where I feel I've done nothing with my life and I'm falling behind. Throughout high school, I was a lazy jack-off who didn't care much about school or marks, and now I'm paying the price for it. I've been working in my mom's company, making $20 an hour, working 8-hour shifts from Monday to Friday. It's a fast-paced labor job. Well, that's not bad for, well, 23 minutes, about right. The schedule is very relaxed, so I could choose to work anywhere from 3 to 5 days. I don't have to go in every day. However, my mom is also in charge of scheduling. Since I'm not full-time school, she has me work every day. I decided when I was 22 I wanted to go to university to study a STEM field, specifically genetics, to become a genetic engineer. And I also want to get into medical school. I'm enrolled in online courses, biology, math, chemistry, and physics. I completed the chemistry and scored 97% of the course overall. All right, you got the talent for it. I'm also currently finishing biology, and judging from my marks, I'll most likely earn a very similar grade overall. I've taken my IQ test. I have consistently scored up 120 and 125, so I know I can handle studying these intense STEM field-related topics. I have few friends, but I'm mostly a loner, as the nightlife surrounding people my age is degenerate and a waste of time. See, I don't even, here's something, I know this has nothing to do with your request. I really wonder if you're a loner. Like, just because you don't go out and do what the fucking sheep does, doesn't mean like, oh, I'm a hermit, I like being by myself. I don't know if that's true. There's a lack of people in the 120 to 125 plus crowd. I'll grant you that. But I always like this thing like, oh, you don't do what the commoners and the sheep do. You must hate society, or you must like being alone. It's like, not really. It's just, you're not doing anything interesting. So I wouldn't necessarily assume that you are a loner. I prefer to spend my spare time reading philosophy and science, specifically books on genetics. Okay, you're a loner. Never mind. Right now, my problem is I don't have enough time to finish all my courses. I don't want to wait a whole year. Right now, I don't have time to finish all my courses. I don't want to wait a whole other year to get into university. However, my mom has me working 5 days a week, and I try to explain this to her, but she doesn't seem to really understand nor care and just wants me to make money. I only get weekends and early mornings to work on the online courses. I like to study at night during the week, but I always fall asleep right when I get home. Yeah, it's a physical labor job. I want to get into university by next September, but it looks like it won't be happening. If I don't get in this year, I feel crushed at the idea of waiting a whole extra year. I've been trying to get in for a while. Why don't you just go in the middle of the semester? Why do you have to start at the beginning of the year? Like, oh, it has to be September. Can't you start in January? You know, work another 6 months, work up a little more money, and then start in January? But all I do is work. If I don't get into school this year, I will be totally crushed. Oh, and now is where you present your bare naked ass, and I fucking kick it, because you're acting like a spoiled little cunny millennial. You'll be totally crushed. I'm sorry. Life isn't going your way? Will you really be crushed? You know, like, were you Viktor Frankl in the Nazi concentration camp? I think he was crushed. You know, were you stationed on the Eastern Front during World War II as a Nazi and freezing to death? He was really crushed. You know, a guy on I think I was watching Cops. His car went over an overpass and fell 40 feet, and he literally was crushed. You're not crushed. You're making money. That's what happens. And prepare to be devastatingly more crushed, as infinitely worse things are going to happen to you in your life. I also lived and left the shithole of Ontario, Canada, and have no qualms about leaving there. So what do you think I should do, Camp? I would like a video response. How much will this response cost? All right, so I ask. So your mom won't let you drop down to part-time so you can attend college, correct? I also have a handful of more questions. Do you live at home with them? And can you find another job that is part-time and pays for your schooling? Also, in terms of attaining your bachelor's to become a genetic engineer, what is the degree you earn for that? Genetic engineering, or is it biology with an engineering emphasis? And what is the degree cost per year? Can you work part-time and pay for it, or will you rely on your parents to finance it? He answers, she won't let me drop down to part-time to finish my online courses so I could fulfill the requirements for university. I do live at home with them. I could get another job as I'm in Toronto, so there's lots of part-time jobs in the area. As for the degree, it's biomedical engineering. It's offered at the University of Toronto. The degree will cost $10,000 a year. My God. That's just tuition. All right, that's not bad. That's not bad. You Canadians, and I know, like, Europeans, oh, you Americans don't pay that much for gas. I'm like, yeah, it's because we're not ass-raping ourselves, and it's the same hypocrisy. I'm like, man, you guys don't pay. And I was like, yeah, because United States people are ass-raping yourselves on tuition. And I'll be paying for it myself, and I would like a video response. I will transfer the cost right away. All right, look. Here's what you got to do, dude. This is the problem. I don't know how many times I've repeated this. If you rely upon your parents, they own your fucking dick. That's it. Your ass is theirs. Your mom, not only do you live with them, you work for your mom. I mean, they completely own you. You are their bitch, and you will do what the fuck they tell you, or you won't have no job. You won't have no place to eat or sleep. All right? Now, they'd be very mean to do that and pull it, but they can. They have all the power. Now, if at any point in time I get this question all the time, oh, my parents won't let me do this, and I'm 23. Wait a minute, wait. You're 23? You know what I was fucking doing when I was 23? I was working 2 jobs, teaching dance classes, and trying to get financing to buy my first duplex. You know how I did all that? I got the fuck out of the house and supported myself. And it sucked. It sucked. But I never had this problem. I wasn't pushing a little bit too old to be living at home and working for mommy and daddy. That's your solution. I'm sorry, you're going to have to be an old school American male, not modern day Canadian one or modern day American one. An old school Shaun White, well, little buckaroo, time to toughen the fuck up and go run some cattle. Get a fucking job. All right? Move out of the house, get your own damn place. And since you're paying for it yourself, your parents aren't dangling that carrot in front of you, you might as well go find another job and go work somewhere else. And you're going to have to move out. Now, this doesn't have to be today or tomorrow. And I know you'll be, quote, crushed if you don't start September. But why don't you work another 6 months, try to apply in the winter semester or whenever it starts again. I presume it's the same kind of clock. You got first half starting in September up to December. And then you got a spring or winter break. And then January to what, about June or May? Why don't you apply to that program in winter? Start in winter. This gives you another 6 months, well, actually gives you a full year to work up some more money. All right, live at home, save up the money with your mom, and then you should have a pretty good war chest, I'd imagine. So you won't even have to work full-time, and then you can easily afford to go to that program. You find some part-time job during college, you have this war chest. Between the war chest and the part-time job that you're in college, you should afford your own place, and you should be able to afford tuition so that by the time you're done with biomedical, or by the time you're done, you get your degree and you don't really have that much debt. I think you could probably, well, see, that's the thing. You just have to work basically double time. To get in September, you could put in your application now. That gives you about 9 months to work, but you're gonna have to find, like, you know, you're gonna have to find a job outside of your mom. You're gonna have to move out, and I know you would get in September, but I don't know if you'd have the money or the funds to float yourself that well. I think just giving yourself a little bit more time, working for your mom. I know you don't like it. You're just going to have to suffer, dude. You're just going to have to suffer and finish those online classes now and work. That's life. It sucks. I know. It's not like, well, here's a stipend for this, and Justin Trudeau comes in his little fucking thong and sucks your dick and makes everything better, all right? This is how men are forged. It's just, you're going to have to finish. You're doing great in these schools and these classes you're taking online. Don't throw that away. So you are doing it, right? And then work it, for your mom. Move your schedule around a little bit. Maybe don't take as many classes online. Look, if you give yourself another semester, you can spread it out a little bit. It won't be as hard. Instead of taking 3 classes online, you take 1 or 2, or maybe do a summer class. But I think the best thing you should do, unless you really want to tough it out, it's like, Mom, Dad, fuck you, I'm moving out. You go find a job tomorrow and you work another job and you struggle and strive with that and you keep taking your classes and you move in with your buddy, okay, fine, go ahead. That's going to be a lot harder. But I think if you just make nice with Mumsy and Daddy and you plot your escape for, what would it be? 2018 would be first semester of 2019. I think that'd be a little bit wiser. You'll build up more money. I know it'll crush you. I know it'll take an extra 6 months. But it's only an extra 6 months, and that extra 6 months will build up a lot more money, and you'll have plenty more time to find a job, and you won't be in such a rush to finish these online classes to apply. As for your biomedical engineering, I still don't like the word bio in it. I really don't. Could you switch to chemical engineering or something? Any way you could do something not bio? I looked up geneticists and bio, but you need a master's degree to get a job in that field. The pay's good, but you need a master's degree, basically. Whereas chemical engineering, mechanical engineering, electrical engineering can still apply to med school. You can minor in biology, but all of a sudden you decide you don't want to go to med school. If you think your schedule is busy now, wait till you get to med school. But yeah, I would tweak your degree a little bit. Look, biomedical engineering is hard. You're going to put just as much effort into that as you would a chemical engineering degree, a mechanical engineering degree, or electrical engineering degree. So just do that, so at least you have the option, like, oh, all I have is a bachelor's in chemical engineering. Thank God I could start at 60 grand. Whereas biomedical engineering, oh, I'm applying for jobs, they won't hire me because I don't have my master's. And then you're going to have to play the little flute. And then in comes Justin Trudeau with his little pink thong. And, oh my God, let me sprinkle jizz off some fucking Canadian dollars. Sweet, there you go. Off I'll go again. It's Justin Trudeau. You guys should rely a lot on it. I'm kidding. I hate that guy. Yeah, if you're going to put that much time and effort into biomedical engineering, just get a degree that if you get your bachelor's, you'll find a job. And you can always apply to medical school. And then look, hey, you got some options then. Hey, maybe you want to take a break from school after all this fucking hell. So you go work a little bit, you build up some more money, and then you go and enter med school. So yeah, I would just work for your mom. Spread it out another 6 months. If you can wing it, talk to your mom. Try having another conversation. Mom, this is what I'd like to do. I have a hard time thinking parents are going to say, no, I don't want you to go into engineering school with an undergrad and then go become a doctor. Heavens no. I don't see what it is. Unless your parents are like abusing you and taking advantage of you as like cheap labor for the company. But yeah, that's a possibility, but they don't seem the type. They're conservative and traditional. But for now, just work up the money. Build it. You're in no rush. You're in no rush, dude. Okay. And then you plot your escape in early 2019. So, all right, that's it. You guys got questions? Captain's got answers. Toodles.